weed so strong it'll burn a hole in your backside. Just joking, bro, but put it under the black light. Them chirps so strong, that trichome so long. I don't know what to say, man, just put it in a fucking bong. Feels like I've been sober for way too long. Matter of fact, it's only about 5 minutes. Rolling digits, double bitches. What's good, people? Welcome back to another episode, man. We're on the Talking Loud podcast. And sorry, guys, for the wait, but we won't make you guys wait anymore because we're in the studio with Chad. What's up, Chad?
Nothing. I am obviously not punctual today, but thanks everybody for waiting. Dude, thanks for the invite to come and kick it in the studio. This is freaking awesome,
bro. Absolutely, man. I was more than happy to wait, bro. I hit you up. I just made sure you weren't lost or anything. So I was like,
I appreciate that.
You know, because I don't know if you came to Colorado before, but like.
No, but this is the first car where I've got that navigation inside.
Dope. I did see you pull up in the Beamer, bro. I was like, man, in the Beamer, bro, the black Beamer. Okay.
Yep. I rented a Nissan Versa and they upgraded me.
Dope.
So, like, super compact, no frills, but gets you point A to point B. That's all I needed. They're like, we'll upgrade you. And I get in. I'm like, it's not even a place to put my key, man.
There's no key.
Cool, dude.
That is pretty dope, bro. I gotta say, well, thanks a lot for coming over, man. Just taking the time to hang out, man. I know you came over. I saw you at the DGC Cup, bro, but you were just so busy, like always talking to people. So we didn't actually get that much time to talk. So I'm happy we were able to come hang out in the live, hang out with everybody in the chat right now. So you guys hit that like, show some love. We got Chad in the house, and we're gonna run through a bunch of different stuff, man. But Chad, just tell me how you're going, bro. Like, how was your experience at the DGC Cup? I think it was your first one, right?
Yeah, it was my first DGC Cup. They did a great job. Like, I've done a lot of music, done a lot of promotion, done a lot of events.
Yeah.
And they pulled this one off very smoothly. Like, so from like the technical production aspect, which is always like my geek brain goes there first. Yeah. They did a fantastic job. But the thing that really made it was the people, dude.
Yeah, bro. That's like a running theme right now. Like, I think Astro said that yesterday as well.
Nice.
And I was like, yeah, there were a few people there that we all knew. And then that's about the people that you don't know too, right? Like people who you never seen before they come to you. Like, yo, I love your stuff, bro.
It's so funny too, because there's a lot of names, especially with the DGC, that I've been like interacting with for years, or in my chat, in your chat.
Yeah,
a lot of people.
You know those usernames, bro.
You do. And then you get to meet people, and you're like, that's not what I would have guessed.
Yeah.
So it's so cool.
I know exactly what you mean, bro. That is awesome, bro. Like, I've seen so many cool people out there, and just the experience meeting with everyone, having a community come together, sample a bunch of flowers, so much weed. Did you get through all that weed, bro? Did you actually try all 70 something straight?
Not even close, bro. Like, I started... confession here, I started on the samples when they said last call, we're packing them up. I was like, oh crap, because there were so many friends and people with good weed all day, just like, here, try this, and then at some point you do need to be like, all right, I need to step up half of it and put my cup down.
And like, there's so many good strains too, right? Like, everyone that handed me something, as soon as I pulled up, Astro handed me a massive bag. I was like, yo, bro, just take a handful, bro, put it into the smaller bag and take what you want. And I was like, wow. And everyone's flower is so good, bro.
Yeah, that was one thing I was really looking forward to, because again, a lot of stuff is regional, and sometimes you'll get like strains from East Coast or coming over or whatever, but really things are regional. Colorado's a damn hub, man, has been for a long time.
True.
But I haven't been out here for 30 years, so getting to sample like what's popular here or what people are really growing, I was really looking forward to that, because it's always like, okay, how am I doing?
And now that you say that, you haven't been out here for 30 years, bro. Have you seen, like, when you were out here 30 years ago, did you sample any flower, any stuff like that?
No, I was young, fortunately.
Okay, I was gonna ask if you're able to compare it, bro.
not at all. It was like a family trip, dude. We went to like Red Rocks and
those ones.
Breckenridge.
Okay, yeah. I've been on plenty of those, bro. I know exactly what you mean. It's not the flower consumption type trips.
No, way before vape pens were even invented. So
yeah, I got you, bro. Man, guys, hit that like, man. We got Chad in the house, man. I can't believe it, man. We're so stoked to have Chad in the house. If you guys got any questions for Chad, hit him up. Let us know, Chad. They're saying the mic volume maybe a little bit low, so just turn that one towards you just a little bit more. See how that one goes.
How am I doing, guys?
That one may be a little bit better. ASMR type stuff, and I'm gonna turn up the gain on this side too.
All right.
See how that one rolls.
I've got that like lower register like soft voice right now from 3 days of just freaking puff and tough, dude.
It's been the DGC, bro. That's been the DGC Cup. Yes. Literally, bro. Shout out to Dutch Scrogger in the house, man. We got Anthony Rafferty. We got Joseph Sparaccio, Dutch Scrogger. We got a bunch of people, man. Carolina Gross. Let everyone know, guys. Let us know where you guys are tapped in from. Let us know what's going on. Thank you guys for letting us know about the mic and the audio. I think someone said Chad Dolph.
Chad Dolph. Yeah, I've got that one.
Chad Dolph the Ganj is in the house. Oh, bro, I love that, man. So let's talk a little bit more about the DGC Cup, bro. Yeah. Like, did any of the strains like tickle your fancy? Like, what did you vote anything more than one token type stuff? Like,
I didn't. Like, I had more tokens than samples tried. Okay. Unfortunately,
at the end of the day,
yeah,
but you only get 5 tokens, bro.
I know. I know there was that much heat, that many friends there. I felt bad. I went in and I tried a couple, and like I don't know if it's because everything's like ground up super small, or it's just like been ground and then sitting there for a while. A lot of people said they got really good flavors off of some stuff, but the first few I tried, I was like, didn't really have much flavor, and then one just like hurt my throat, and I was kind of like, yeah, okay, that's fine. I'm glad I've been smoking all this other stuff the rest of the day. But then at the awards ceremony, I was talking to people, and people were like, dude, this was my jar, and they'll open it and I smell it. I'm like, damn. Yeah, like for real. I'm like, what sample was yours?
Yeah. Some people knew their number too, so they were like able to like pinpoint that one and be like, yeah, this is my own and smells and looks like my own. But a lot of people just didn't know,
So. No. And there was like, I kept asking people, because I'm like, so, which one did you like? What should I go find? And then I would be like, what are you looking for? Because, some person may be looking for gas. Some person may be looking for this. I heard a lot of lemon. Yeah. And from what I smelled, I had a lot of like orange, kind of tangy type stuff. Those were the things that I seemed to like smell and then find there. But
I smelled a lot of like fruity stuff too. Now that you mentioned that, like, Matt, you smoking J. Okay, you got your pet. I smell like some grapefruit stuff, like some really grapefruit stuff. But unfortunately, bro, like when I was going through, I didn't try to sample everything. But I tried to like smell and see what looks good, and like just walk around and look and see what's going on. And I would smell some of them, and they just did not do it for me, bro. Like they didn't really do it, So I was like, okay, process of elimination. Don't bother trying those ones, because I've been to the DGC Cup a few years back, and three years in a row now, actually. And you just can't try all the strains, bro. If you do that, you get burnt out. They all taste the same. Like, right. You leave there stoned. You're walking around like a zombie. Like, I've seen people walking around like zombies, like, oh, I'm too high and like I don't know what to do. And I was like, how many strains did you try, bro? And they're like, I went through all of them.
Yeah, dude, I saw a few people like that, and they had I saw some people with notebooks too, and that was cool, because I was like, okay, this one smelled really good. And I kind of did what you did too. It's like I did walk around and I looked at every jar. I didn't smell every jar, but I went around and I just kind of looked at things. A lot of pretty stuff. It makes me wonder though, kind of what were some of the tastes now, because smell doesn't always translate into taste. True. And a lot of your growing method can come out in the taste where it may not come out in the appearance or the smell. So that's like another layer.
That's a good point, bro. And I feel like some people probably just rushed the harvest, maybe didn't get to dry and cure as long as they would like to because of the deadline. So that kind of like played a part in their, overall everything, bro.
Yeah, there were a couple things that I got that were, they weren't cured to the best of their ability. Yeah. So that is kind of a hard thing when, DGC Cup is every year, usually around the same time. So you got to just kind of plan your run for that. But yeah, man, I didn't enter this year. I brought a little bit of flour with me, share with people. but I didn't enter this year because I would have entered the Westport grape juice. And my last run of that stuff had some aphids. Not a lot, not a ton, but back to the point of like time your runs out right and, cure it right. So the whole point though is you got to put your best foot forward in these types of competitions. And like, I'd probably feel pretty safe entering some of the flower, but I've been at places and I know judges where it's like they'll look at a flower and then, oh my God, there's one like little bug, there's like one little thing, and then forever you're like the bug guy,
Oh,
it's like,
man,
you want some bugs with that?
Be the bug guy, bro.
No,
that's definitely what you don't want to be, bro. But I can see that happening, bro. And you just overlook it, you submit it, and there's one thing on it, bro. That one piece of powdery mildew happened to be on that flower,
right?
That you submitted. Now you're the powdery mildew guy.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You're like, no, dude, I jarred it too quickly. But yeah, that goes back to the curing it right, man, because you got to put your best foot forward. And the competition is stiff, man. One thing everybody said about this year was like the bar got raised by the entries.
It's true, though. And I feel like a lot of people, no matter if you're a first-time grower, a professional grower, they entered and the quality of your flower shown through, right? So
yeah,
that's why I seen like Mogro stuff. She came 7th.
Yeah,
shout out to her. And I think she said that was her first plant she ever grew, bro. So that was crazy, awesome,
dude.
Right?
I don't know whoever. I mean, I think I saw you filming that too, and I saw a couple people filming that. But they'll probably hear me holler when she's like, "This is my first grow." I'm like,
yeah,
fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, I probably did get that, bro. That's crazy, right, man? That is amazing. So shout out to her, Mo. That's awesome. And Chris, that's awesome for you guys as well. And also, I seen a question come in. So let me just get this one answered. Like I said, guys, if you guys got any questions, drop them in the chat. Matt Pierce says, Chad, if you read this, do more Seed Collectors episodes.
Good news. They're coming back this month.
Good news.
Thanks for asking.
He been asking that one. So I was like, let me make sure to get that one answered for the big homie, man. But Chad, did you see any other strains that like you really enjoy? Because I'm seeing a question here. Someone is asking, did anyone enter a strain that debuted at the DGC Cup? So for me, I think the first time, like 3 years back now, JR's Cherry Paloma, he entered that, and that debuted and took 3rd place.
Nice.
So do you know of any strains that debuted or took any place like this year?
I don't know any that debuted. I think there were actually some entries that were kind of like personal projects of the growers. So that could probably be it. But like as far as debut, it's funny you mentioned the Cherry Paloma. Like I've been around the DGC for a long time, and I've known about this plant for a long time. I've never smoked it until Saturday.
Wow.
Yeah,
bro.
And I still actually it's one of the ones that I kept to bring over here because I kind of like got rid of everything up at the bakery last night, but I'm like, oh, I need a little something for today.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was from Fly High 89. So
shout out to Fly High, bro.
Yeah, man. That the JR Talkin cut Cherry Paloma. If you pull a bowl, I mean, actually, it's all for you to keep. But yeah, it's like I'll fly here with it, but I got plenty at home.
You got some goodness, guys. Thank you, Chad.
Yeah, my pleasure, man.
You just shut it down right there. Yeah,
I got it.
Awesome, man. Well, guys, Chad is coming through bearing gifts, so I'm super grateful. Thank you, Chad. Appreciate you, man. And I was on Grambo's show yesterday, bro, and he was actually saying, like living in Colorado for so long, you gotta like remember your weed privileges, right? So going out to an event like the DGC Cup where everything's just fully super legal, it's like an open air sort of venue and everyone's just smoking up and having a good time.
Yeah.
Like, isn't that just awesome, bro?
It was awesome too. And again, I said earlier, and I think you're saying Untrained Astronaut was saying it. It's the people that make that event. Yeah. And like we all, especially, if it's a long day, you don't have water, it's hot, and there was plenty of water. Yeah. There was a tent for shade. So I'm just giving examples, but there wasn't even like a single like freak out or meltdown.
Nah.
And people have those sometimes, and it just takes like 5 minutes and it's over.
Yeah.
But dude, everything was good vibes.
Smooth, bro.
Yeah, it was rad.
I think there was actually pizza on the scene, bro. There was like fresh pizza being made,
bro. Raider Dank, Raider Dank Vader.
I always mess it up. That's why I didn't want to say it, bro. I know it's like a tongue twister. Raider Dank Vader. I said that 3 times real fast.
It's my brother from another mother, man. Yeah, Fuego Pizza Company, dude.
So I wanted to shout him out, bro.
Yeah, me too. Because seriously, like I waited for that. I've been talking to him for a long time about it, and then, like I said, I forgot to eat that day. and
you were
I
telling me that,
missed
bro.
it.
How could you forget to eat at the bro? But then again, you did not go around trying to like eradicate yourself from this world, trying all the strange, right? So
Right.
you sort of paced yourself, but still, you got to eat, bro. I ate right before I smashed up a KFC, bro.
Yeah,
I was like, fuck this.
Yeah, I ate before I came. I hydrated before I came. That was the one tip everybody gave me.
Okay, so at
coming
least
up
you
here.
ate before you didn't go on an empty stomach.
No, that would be a bad idea.
Yeah, I was like a close one KFC away from an empty stomach.
Yeah, that's awesome. But yeah, he was at the bakery last night. He had a little bit of extra dough, which really makes the pizza. That's kind of like the secret sauce to that style. And bro, he hooked it up. I overate last night.
Bro, I feel the same way. It's crazy that I ate pizza last night too, but I went out to like a place with my girl and we had some pizza, but you had pizza as well.
Oh, yeah.
And now we're both just hanging out the next day.
Smoking weed.
Oh, man, I love that, bro. So, Hillbilly Herb is saying, anyone catch a Raider Dank pie?
Dude, I didn't know if there was a throwing contest, but no, I caught a t-shirt, dude, and it's like one of my favorite new t-shirts. So again, shout out.
Bro, I love this, man. But man, Chad, so other than that, bro, like what else did you do when you came over? You know, because I think you went up to the bakery. I see an Untrained Astronaut was up at the bakery with the fucking leaf blower having a great time. Were you there for that, bro?
I wasn't. I skipped the after parties. Like there were a couple like after parties, and I was like, I'm old. I'm going back to my hotel. I'm gonna go to sleep. But I had kind of talked with Scotty earlier, Sunday, because I didn't make any plans for that day. And I was just like, hey, man, I'll come and hang out with you guys. And he's like, yeah, sure. Yeah. So there's just a couple people over there the other day. And, dude, another 9-hour day of hanging out and just smoking all the weed.
Way too much weed, bro. And that's one thing that I've always found, like, whenever I go to any event and whenever I'm around Scotty or any of you guys, bro, like, I'm always end up super stoned. Like, I don't know what happens. I feel like it's all a blur. But, no, it's always a good time, man. And it's always fun.
Yeah, it's fun. And, I did get to do some things. I flew in Thursday, kind of got here in the evening. I hit my first Colorado dispensary, tried a little, you got to do that when you travel.
Which dispo did you hit up, bro?
The one that was directly across the street from my hotel, and that was a Starbuds.
Okay, that's a Starbuds, bro. Dude, hit up the Starbuds for the first one. That's a dope one for the first one, bro. I gotta say,
it was nice, man. I grabbed like a nice pre-roll. Again, I had flour with me, but I wanted to try something, in the area. Yeah. Grabbed a pre-roll, kind of walked across the street. They had a little babbling brook and a river thing, and I was like, sick. Let's light up,
Yeah, bro, that is awesome, bro. And like, do you remember what strain you tried?
Juicy fruit.
Okay,
I believe it was, or juicy pop. It wasn't
something juicy.
Yeah,
juicy train today.
Yeah, like it hit, but it didn't really have much of a profile. A lot of pre-rolls, you kind of just find that generic profile. It had the generic profile, but yeah, man, it hit. Like I put it out with like this, or it went out with like this much left. I'm like, I'll get that in the morning.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel exactly what you mean, bro. But it's funny that you say that, bro, because I feel like every pre-roll that I've tasted was pretty much very similar to exactly what you're describing, bro. Like kind of generic tastes, not like anything in particular. And sometimes if they do like really make it super nice and they put like extract around it and like roll it in keef, then it might be like, a little tasty. But I feel like it's just like polishing up a turd sometimes,
Well, I know, like, Dirty Secret, when I worked commercially, always use trim machines. You have to at that level. And all of the stuff that wound up in the bag, that's what they made their pre-rolls out of.
You see what I'm saying, bro? And like they literally sell shake out here in Colorado. So out here in Colorado, you can get anything, bro. Like anything. And because it's like so much availability, bro, like there's dispos like where I'm at, like 5 around me right now, bro. Dude, I got options. Right. I hit up Weed Maps and I see who's got deals, and that's what I use. And I go on I'm like, yeah, well, they say you can get like 6 grams of concentrates for $100, or whatever the case is, like an ounce for $56. Like they're all trying to compete for your buck.
Good. That's, as a consumer, that's what we want. Exactly. That's like almost a free market. As a farmer, it sucks a little bit, but the farmer's only getting like such a small percentage of what that retail price actually is. So I'd love to see more shared with the farmer. Yeah. But yeah, from a consumer aspect, man, I'm all for that.
Yeah.
Like,
It does give you options as a consumer, man. And like as a home grower, for me personally, I prefer my homegrown over any dispo flower.
Yeah.
Like it just can't be beat, bro. The homegrown.
No, there's just even in the handling, there's so many things that go on commercially that just have to happen. It's part of the process that don't happen when you home grow, and that really preserves the integrity of the flower a lot better.
And I found out like also when you got a lot of options, like shout out Hillbilly Herb, he's right here now saying dispos are crazy. Pay literally has over 150 stores within a 10-mile drive.
Damn.
So you got any dispos where you're at?
Yeah, we do. I think the closest one is actually like 30 miles. Or no, wait, there was one down the road. Dude, Talkin is
I like that. That's a dope ass name.
That's the one place near me, but I don't really shop them normally. Every now and then, well, I'll get like vape carts every now and then because that's how I could get like good CBD and a high dosage.
Okay.
And again, where I live, I wouldn't smoke a joint standing on the sidewalk. Denver, cool. Seattle, cool, but small town, not really approved of. So they come in handy when I go out to anything like that. But usually I'll get the vape cart when I go in. But every now and then I'll just be like, you know what, dude, I just want a gram of something different, something that I don't grow myself. And last time I did that, the Washington growers, they got great prices and good buds. So I think it's like $40 quarters.
Okay.
I picked up some Blue Dream, and I still probably have a little bit more than half of it. And that was like 3-4 months ago. So
man, that's a while back. That just goes to show the homegrown just can't be beat, guys. So hit that like for that.
Amen, dude.
Amen. And speaking of homegrown, Chad, like I'm running some of your Westport's posse, man. I literally pop those beans and getting them running, man.
Thank you.
I'm looking forward to that. And I sampled some of Mogro stuff in Colorado. Chris, they grew some and hooked me up with some.
Yeah.
And man, the terps on that thing, it's super sweet, super nice, bro. Like,
thank you.
Tell us a little bit about that, man. Let's segue into some genetics talk, bro.
Yeah, dude. No, I was stoked about that. And when he pulled out the jar too, and he opened it up, and I'm like, that's a familiar smell.
It smells like
I'm like, that's good job. So yeah, I actually what the Westport's posse is, it's an S1 of the Westport grape juice.
Okay.
And the Westport grape juice is a strain I've been working with for years. Really love it. It works great for me.
Bro, I've seen it featured in the magazine, bro.
Skunk, Skunk magazine,
bro. Yeah, I literally cracked that open after you showed me. You posted the picture on Instagram. I got a copy of the magazine. I was flipping through, completely forgetting that the picture was in there. I was like, "Damn, the Westport Chad, I know this guy. I know this guy."
Dude, I was stoked to see that. And you know what? A lot of times with selfing, you get very similar expressions to what you're actually selfing. I didn't, which was interesting to me. Okay. And the funny thing. Well, I don't know if it's funny or not, but the thing is I got a lot of the lineage. So it's really kind of cool because you can find one that's exactly like the Westport grape juice in there, but it's not the dominant pheno. You find the lineage. So the Westport grape juice, and there's just a tiny, tiny, tiny bud left in there, but that's for you, my man.
Thank you, bro.
Of the Westport grape juice. Sorry, I tried to save some stuff.
It's all good, bro. Like I'm grateful, bro.
Yeah. So I got the lineage. On the back end of that, normally you get a little bit of
smells so good, bro. It literally does smell like grape juice.
Thank you.
There's no cap to this story, bro. It smells like grape juice.
Oh yeah. Thank you. But yeah, so a little bit of gas on like the back end, that spot in your throat where it tickles, you'll get a little bit of gas on the exhale. But one of the phenos that came out, which is super easy to identify, I just called it the tuck leaf pheno, because instead of the blades sitting out like this, they kind of tuck like this.
Okay.
All gas, like one note, nothing but straight gas.
I like that. And the blade tuck pheno.
Yep. So it's easy to find. Like you'll know within the first few weeks of veg.
Okay.
If you've got that one, and that one,
and veg too.
Oh yeah, because it just grows that way instead of being out, just kind of and yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And I've got some good pictures of it. I did a grow report for the Westport's posse. So anybody who wants to see what it looks like, what to expect, what the phenos are, just hit up my YouTube. It's on there. I think it's the Westport posse grow along, but it might say the Westport grape juice S1.
Yeah.
I can't remember. But yeah, it's fucking dope. Oops, sorry.
Good, bro.
It's dope, and then you do get a lot of the creamy and the grape with some of the other ones too. So yeah, you get a good.
I just found it
variety.
super chirpy, even the Westport's Posse, bro. So what's the real difference between the Westport's Posse and the Westport's Grape Juice?
Yep, it's just that it's been selfed, so it should be kind of identical to it, but it's not. It brought out the lineage in it, which for people who are hunting for working on projects, that could be a fun thing too. Because if you do pull one that's just like the Westport Grape Juice, then you get maybe that gas pheno, and you figure to cross those, well, something maybe a little bit more gassy.
Something could be really unique in that, bro.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right, man. Well, I actually heard you, I think, telling a story about how the name the Westport's Posse came about. Right? Is it because something like something along those lines played into it?
Yeah, absolutely. It was, again, I was expecting, just like kind of one, maybe two profiles from that.
Yeah.
But because I got 4 with potentially a 5th, depends on if you want to go by height. I was just like, it's the posse, man. It's like everything that like made up Westport Grape Juice, the posse just came
together, bro.
Yep.
Yeah, it's the crew,
homies. It's the posse, man.
I like that, bro. That is dope as hell, bro. So shout out to you that, man. And I seen a question in the chat, where can we get any of your stuff?
Cool. Hopefully within the next 2 weeks, I'll have the new website up. There's just kind of a rinky-dink placeholder right now, but I've been working a lot on the back end, and I just have to do a few more things, and I'm going to put it live. But in about 2 weeks, chadwestport.com.
Dope. Hell yeah, man. Guys, definitely check out Chad. Everything he's got going on. He's got a great YouTube channel. Always dropping some fire, bro. Like, Chad, you got to give me a touch of that, bro. We in the studio, bro, and you're pumping out some great content, bro. And honestly, man, like, I'm just super stoked to be able to hang out with you, because we hung out a few times on different shows, right?
Yeah.
Like on my show, on your show a few times, like the Dude Grow show, like,
right,
all types of shows, bro. But this is the first time we're actually hanging out in person, bro, and it feels like I've known you for years, bro.
Yeah, dude, like it's cool because like getting to meet in person, especially like right now, like we met at the Cup and that was cool, and I'm like so happy we did it. We're sitting like 3 feet from each other having a conversation one-on-one, like nobody's coming up. Literally. Like it makes it feel real, dude.
Yeah,
it makes it feel real.
And getting high, and everyone in the chat hanging out, man. We got like almost 250 people tuned in, so guys, hit that like, man, show some love, and let's see what's good, man. But definitely check out everything Chad's got going on. Follow him on Instagram. Stoned Ape says nice, can't wait for the new website.
Thank you, Stoned Ape. I'm getting stoked, man. It's long overdue. I literally bought my other website and the domain over June 8th will be 3 years to the day.
Wow.
I've not done anything with it because I couldn't figure it out, bro. So I'm switching hosts.
Baby steps, bro. Baby steps. That's all that matters, bro. And my homie Dave Bowling also says he needs some grape juice in his life.
Yeah. So hopefully the posse, you can pull it from the posse. The Westport Grape Juice itself, at this point, clone only. There's no seeds. I maybe in a year start letting that clone out, but that is kind of like the base of all the genetic things that I'm working on right now. I've done a few crosses with it. I see how it reacts with other plants. I've had some people do like F2s and self it S2s, send it back to me, and I've got some other crosses with it, so I'm looking forward to it. Oh, bro, so Westport Grape Juice, I got to shout out Grow Space Killer real quick. John.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so Dabadoo event is held by Mila Jansen, who is the hash queen. She's from Amsterdam. She's
shout out to Mila, bro.
Legend.
Yeah, she's a legend. Awesome lady, bro.
She they did the Dabadoo Massachusetts about 3 weeks ago. Yeah. And Grow Space Killer, he actually is one dude that has the real cut of the actual Westport Grape Juice. He's a fantastic hash maker, man. He's won awards with his 818 headband and excuse me, a couple other strains. I know. All choked up. But he was growing the Westport Grape Juice, and he's like, I'm gonna enter it into this one. And he was just like a little bit short of like the entry amount that you needed. So he mixed it with his 818 headband, and he's done analytics on both of them. They got a very similar like terpene profiles on paper. Not necessarily in life, but on paper. And he blended those, and that took second place for rosin at the Dabadoo.
Damn.
Yeah, so I'm like,
that is pretty fucking dope, bro.
Trophies behind that stuff now.
Yeah, that is dope. Respect, bro. Again, give me another touch of that, bro. That hot. That's just hot, bro.
I'm stoked.
No, but that's crazy. That just goes to show that it not only smokes good, looks good, tastes good, but it could also press well. However, you gotta to concentrate whatever you do with it. It may be a good way to try that too, bro.
Yeah, it's funny because I don't well, I'll take my trim and I'll make bubble hash out of that. But when it comes to flour, like I'm not pressing it, I'm not doing rosin, I'm not doing anything. I'm just a flour guy, right?
too,
so
bro.
I'm not an extractor. But some friends and even people have picked up past packs are like, dude, that stuff washes.
Wow.
So like if you're into washers too, like it definitely dumps. It's got good size heads, and people have I think Tie Sticks was saying like a 12.5 or 12 point something return from washing it. I was like,
damn.
Yeah.
That is proper, bro. Like usually it's a little bit less than that.
Definitely. Like I mean 6-7 people are usually happy. And
Literally.
he said it washed really, really well, and he had the numbers for me. And I've had a couple other people like, bro, your stuff washes so good. I'm like, I don't know, I smoke flour.
I'm a flour guy too, man. But it's always good to hear like when your stuff does really well, man. So respect on that, bro. And shout out to everyone in the chat, man. I just had to pass over. I could not pass over this comment. I seen Hartwell Green says, "I'm up in Canada, and they're more disposed up here than they are Tim Hortons."
Whoa, bro, that's a
crazy stat, bro. Like that one is wild, bro. So I could not pass that up, bro.
No.
I was like, wait, I've been to Canada a few times. They're hella Tim Hortons, bro.
Bro, you remember seeing like the gas station / KFC / A&W? When is it like the rec shop / Tim Hortons?
It's probably exactly that. And they just have a few more dispos than the Tim Hortons going on. But that shit's crazy, bro. Guys, hit that like and show some love, man. Show some love. We got chat in the house. If you guys got any questions, drop them in the chat, man. We're going to try to get those answered for you guys. But I got one that come in from Miss K, man. Miss K is always showing love. She's in the Facebook group showing love, always on YouTube. Chad, how's the no joke testing going?
You know what? It's freaking fantastic, and it's a lot better than I thought. Like I brought a bag of the no joke, and I brought some of the Westport grape juice. People were gaga over the no joke. Like
it was no joke.
No joke, dude. No joke. Like I pulled, I took both bags out at Friday. I went on the Adam Dunn show, did that. Dude's been around. Dude smoked a lot of stuff.
He has, bro.
He smoked, you like smell both the bags. Like, cool. I dig them. And he kind of left the no joke sitting in front of him and put the other one over here. And a little bit later,
you can have that one back. I'm gonna just set this one down right here in front of me for now, but I'm gonna work on this.
A little bit later, he's like, "Yo, can I roll some up?" I'm like, "Yeah, definitely." And I wanted to hit Banner. Banner's another dude who's got just extensive strain knowledge, and I hit him with it yesterday, and he's like, "Good job." So like the feedback on like the flower itself has been phenomenal. It gets me really excited. Made me kind of go like, but I love my Westport grape juice. That's the star.
Westport grape juice is like the OG legendary type thing. That's how you gotta look at it, man. That's the one.
There you go. There you go. And it does. It's the Westport grape juice times Kool-Aid Man. That's what makes up the no joke. But testing, I know John just finished it. I know Trippy P just finished it. Everything went well with them. Anybody who bought a pack of the Westport Posse when it dropped a couple months ago, they got 4 of them in there. So there's a lot of people growing them right now. Most people are still either in that veg or transitioning to flower phase.
Okay.
And really my thing is like once it gets past a month in flower, then I feel a lot better, because if shit happens, it's usually like around week 3 as far as like intersex traits. And I don't see any. I don't expect them. Neither of the parents had them. I've stressed both of the parents out in the past to just again test them. But with genetics, you never know, man. So that's why it's so important for anybody making seeds. Test them yourself before you give them to other testers. Let those testers test them. And maybe while they're testing them, test it again yourself. And then you can feel good, because there's always going to be like a 1 in 10,000 somewhere. So
facts, bro.
Do what you can not to mess up on anybody else's garden. But at the same time, sometimes shit happens.
Yeah, literally, man. And those are wise words, bro. You always got to do that. And just be careful what's going on. And the Stone Ape, shout out the Stone Ape, says Chad and Matt, 2 of my favorite people in the game. Love watching people that actually grow and know what they're talking about. So shout out to Stone Ape, man. And sometimes it's just about sharing experiences, man. Like sometimes I go into stuff and I don't know what I'm talking about. And I'm just showing like, guys, this is what happened in my garden. Don't make this mistake. Like learn from it just like I did.
That's the best way. Again, because we're like, there's only so many chances you get to grow in a year. And if we're able to like crowdsource the information and share the information, like you can get so many grows done in a year because you have all that information. And that's the best way, dude. There is no one right way to do things, and variables are so different between Colorado. I mean, the Colorado crumble versus like the Washington.
The crumble. What is there? The Washington waggle?
Yeah, the Washington wet one. I don't know.
But it definitely is the Colorado crumble, bro. So like people ask me, how do you dry and cure your plants, bro? And for me, I might have a different answer to someone who's living like down south.
100%.
Like I cut my plant, the base leaf, all the leaves on there, bro. I got a baby tent. You probably seen it when you went into the other room, right? A small tent. It's actually got a propagation thing on top of it. And it's so small, but I cut everything on and put it in that small tent so I can regulate like the moisture level. Because it gets so dry out here, bro. I need to keep it like as wet as I possibly can without getting blood rot, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. And I appreciate that. And I try to do that too. Like I just did a little tutorial on reversing. And
okay, dope.
Didn't work.
Yeah, it halfway worked. Bro, I tapped in on that. That was after you went away for a little bit. And you came back, right? And I seen the whole thing, and you're like, "Well, this one didn't work," and you're not sure why. But sometimes that happens. It's nature. It's like it takes its own course sometimes.
It does, and it's like I have a few guesses as to maybe what it was, but it just didn't fully reverse. Now, if I would have been home, because I left to Amsterdam right as it was just starting to get some of those male parts.
Okay.
But they never just fully went. Like the lower half of the plants reversed, but the upper plant didn't. If I was there, I could have seen it. I could have adjusted, but I wasn't. Yeah. So, yeah, man, it's so important to share your failures because other people can learn from that. And I've had this happen myself. I think I failed for a particular reason. And somebody else was like, well, actually, it was this that led to that, which caused your lockout here.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'd be like, oh, I was totally deficient in this thing. Maybe next time I'll just add more of it.
Yeah.
But somebody else, again, because I shared like my, my failure or whatever, somebody was able to like see that and it's like, oh no, actually, I really think it was this variable, and they were right. So that's another great reason for showing your failures, because you might not be right on the reason you failed.
True. That's a great point, bro. Like, and the community is here to help sometimes too, right? You post your stuff and people in the comments dropping comments. And I was concerned about like why my cuttings are getting all drilly and stuff like that, because I had it in a what's it called, bro?
The humidity domes?
The air cloner, right? But I had a dome over it and it wasn't looking good. And I just posted a video and was showing people like usually I get great roots, but this time I wasn't. And someone was like, well, with my aerocloner, when I'm using that specific one, like I'm using the Moss Hydro one right now, they said that they got to change out the water every week. And usually with my homemade one, I could leave it for like 3 weeks, bro, no problem.
Nice.
So I did not know that like I needed to change it out. So just by them sharing that information, it was like very helpful for me, bro. So I was like, okay, I'll just dump it out and get some new water in there.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Those, again, that's why the community is great. The community is supportive. But at the same time, you also need to, the approach is everything when you're trying to help somebody, because sometimes getting critiques isn't the easiest thing, because we all take pride in what we do. But if somebody comes like yelling at me, wagging their finger, you get a different reaction than like, dude, I see what you're doing, pretty cool, but my experience has been this. What do you think? And just kind of let people soak it up. So don't be a jerk.
Yeah, don't be a dickhead, bro. Just come across like a normal guy, man. But and shout out to Dave Bowling. He also says, tell Chad I call him a plant whisperer. So we've got Gandalf the Ganj. We've got the plant whisperer. We've got Uncle. We've got so many names, bro.
Oh, that's dope, dude.
I love it, man. We also got another question, bro. I got to shout out Robbie Doyle. Darby Royal. I think he's actually, this is my homie. He flips his names around. That's why I got confused.
Yeah.
He's on Twitch tapped in right now. So we're also on Twitch, guys, if you guys want to hop over there. But he asked, Chad, this is for you, bro.
Yes.
What do you think about autoflowers?
Autoflowers, time and a place. Outside, they're awesome because you could get extra harvest per year. Inside, they make good stuff. So the quality has improved greatly. There's a lot of bad companies, but there's also more good companies now that you can really get good autoflowers. So like to get really deep on that one, autoflowers, if you're running at 18.6, you're actually using more energy than if you just ran a 12.12. Now, a lot of people like it because they're supposed to finish faster than regular plants, but that doesn't seem to be the case anymore. Like, there's always going to be the short flowering one, but a lot of times these autos are going just as long as a regular plant. So it's, I don't know, great if you have light leaks.
Yeah, that is a great point, man. You don't need any light adjustment if you're worried about like having to change light cycles. Grow some autos, and autos have come such a fucking long way, bro. I've seen someone post an auto flower in my Facebook group. Guys, join the Facebook group. Links in the description. But bro, that auto looked like a photo. It was a tree, my brother. It was a tree. It was like, it was a tree.
That's the thing. Like, I can usually almost always pick an auto out by looking at the plant, because autos, they stack just big fat colas. And that's, you know, a lot of times the problem was there was like no flavor to it, you know, but now the flavor is coming along and the flavor is there. But yeah, when I see a plant that's just like boom, boom, boom on like every branch, and it's just like all this and that, I'm like, that's an auto.
Yeah, I know the auto look, and usually people assume like smaller plants are autos. So I've grown like some photos that I flipped early, and people are like, are those autos? Just because they look a little small, you know. But like sometimes now I'm seeing like autos that look massive, and I'm like, is that a photo?
Exactly.
Like, now it's just like flip, bro. It's like, damn.
Yeah.
Damn, Daniel.
Yeah. And I know there was a an auto that won at the Cup, and I think there may have been a few actually.
Yeah, shout out to the homie that grew the auto, because I met up with him for a bit at the VIP after party, bro.
Nice.
And he was the only person I think that entered the auto flower in the DGC Cup, bro. And he placed in the top 10. I think he was actually in like the top 6 or something.
Yeah,
like that,
I think like top 5 even,
top
maybe.
5,
but yeah, he placed high enough. And it was funny because, you know, the winners kind of got to go up, say a little bit about their strain. And then like as he's like walking back, I was standing near where he was, and as he's walking back, he's like, I forgot to say it was auto. It's auto. And he like turns around and yells, dude, it was an auto.
It was an auto, guys. I forgot. But that's the most important thing he had to say, bro.
Yeah.
Everyone like goes up and says, for those who don't know, they say like, you know, a little bit about the strain, what it was grown in, and just tell us a little bit about how it was grown. And he forgot to say that it was an auto. Like, damn, that's one of the biggest things, man.
And I asked, because I heard, and this is, I have no idea if this is true, but I had heard somebody saying, it's like, oh, like 4 of the 10 were autos. That's interesting. And I was talking with Dude, and the entry form didn't really specifically ask for that. It was just kind of like a regular or a regular or a femme.
Yeah.
99% of the autos out there are femmes, so sometimes you can assume, but you can't, because now there's a lot of regular femmes. But he said he was the one person who specifically wrote auto on the entry form, so there could have been more in the top 10. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe we just don't know. Maybe there were definitely more entries as well, because I just didn't think about it. I thought maybe he was the only entry of the auto flower in the whole competition, but maybe there were more autos there too. Damn. Now, guys, hit that like, man. Show some love. We got chat in the house, man. We got a few questions that came in, and these are some great questions, so I really want to get through these ones. Shout out to Matrix Reset in Progress. He says, I have a room that has light leaks. I want to make some seeds. I have a room that has light leaks. I want to make some seeds. Can I use a light leak to create viable seeds without colloidal silver?
I wouldn't, because what you're doing there is you're creating a plant that is genetically predisposed to intersex traits very easily. Light leaks are something that happen a lot of time. So, and that's how autos used to be made. It was made by stressing them to, you know, light leaks, underwatering, overwatering, different things that made the plant do it. Whereas using colloidal silver or using STS, it's more of like a hormone blocker and promoter. So even though you get kind of the same results, it goes about it a different method, which is better for the genetics in the long run. So yeah, I typically don't recommend, if you had intersex traits and it's because of a stress factor, those are the ones I say don't work with, don't breed with. If you need something to grow, then grow them.
Yeah.
But you're definitely a lot more likely to see it in those than others.
Yeah, those weaknesses per se can be passed down, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so you just got to be careful with that, man. And everyone's growing something different. Like Dobie Royal says, that's why I'm growing autos, neighbors' lights outside, and things like that.
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, outdoors too. Like I can't grow outdoors because of my climate.
Yeah.
And if I was actually to put autos outside, I could finish them because I don't have to plant them when the sun is on a 12-12. I can plant them early. They can take as much sun as they want, and I could get them harvested before August or September when the rain just comes and ruins everything where I live, which is usually like 3 weeks before a normal harvest. So yeah, you grow all summer to be like, oh.
Yeah, it's crazy though, because like people say, like I'm seeing Stone Dave says right now, autoflowers for outdoors only for him. And autoflowers outdoors, like I've personally tried that once and had really bad experience because of the sunlight. I was getting like almost 12-12.
Okay.
But a lot of people do say autoflowers outdoors in the summertime, bro.
Well, I mean, give it a shot.
Yeah,
give it a shot.
Give it a shot and see how it goes, man. Oh yeah, man. Well, we'll get through a couple more before we cut off because Chad does have to head off to the airport, guys. And we don't want to make him miss his flight or anything like that.
I appreciate that.
Hell yeah, guys. Hell yeah. Now, for the last one before we actually close off, I do want to say Hannibal Nectar. Shout out to Hannibal Nectar. Do you cut light intensity in late flowers? That's something you do? Like, do you pay attention to DLI, cut light intensity at certain points?
I don't actually have a tool to measure my DLI. Okay. I probably should get one because I really am interested in that, and they're a lot more affordable and accessible these days. But yeah, usually the last like week or so, I kind of turn it down a little bit just to give the plants like a little bit of a break. It's not anything for like terpene preservation is one reason I hear people like, you know, the last 2 days I'll give it darkness or I turn my light way down. And my argument to that, I mean, it's fine, but my argument to that is like, if you're only worried about preserving terpenes in those last 2 days, then what have you been doing this entire time?
True. You've been fucking around.
Yeah. And I do. I usually like to do a dry back at the very end. Like I let it get wilty because drought stress, whether it's like peppers or anything, basically a lot of plants that produce oils, they'll produce more of these oils and secondary metabolites under a drought stress condition.
Okay.
And the secondary metabolites and the oils of cannabis are the trichomes and all the cannabinoids and terpenes.
That's what you want to preserve, right?
Yep. So I'm doing it a little bit of drought stress right at the end, so it kind of like focus its energy more on that.
Okay.
And then I'll water it with like 2 days to go, get it back to healthy, and then I cut it.
Okay. I got you, man. And that literally makes a lot of sense. You can't like just make up for it in the last round. It's about everything that you've done before that type of stuff.
Absolutely. So many things add up, just like, again, going back to the some of the weed at the cup the other day that just wasn't properly cured.
Yeah.
It looked good. The structure was great. I'd imagine it was really good, but they did everything right up until that point of curing.
Literally, bro. And that just broke everything down.
Yeah, it sucks that you can do that, but it happens. And I'm sure we've all done it. I mean, I've run the same plant and I've had better cures than other cures, So
same, bro. From the time you harvest, like the chop, like I've been running the same strain for a while now. From the time you chop, everything comes into play. Like if you chop too early, chop too late, or if you dry too long, dry too early, like cure too, don't cure at all. Like it's everything, bro. Everything. So
there's a lot to it, and that's why it's good to keep notes. Try to keep like duration, temperatures, humidity, those types of things, because you will, even with the same plant, if you grow it long enough, you'll have some that were better than others as far as cures.
Hell yeah. Well said, man. Well said, man. Okay, well, guys, smash that like, man. We got a lot of people in the chat. Shout out to Paul, my homie Paul, guys. And also join the iCan VIP Bean Club, man. We got tons of fire genetics going out to all VIPs. We actually had a few homies that we hooked up with across the Chad Westbrook. Oh, Chad's got it.
Yeah.
He got a pack. We hooked him up too. We got Chad. Chad got the pack. And guys, definitely join up, man. Mailboxes are burning down. So join up and show some love if you guys want to get your mailboxes burnt down, man. So yeah, bro. I just want to shout out everyone in the chat, guys. Hit that like. We had tons of people in the chat today. But Chad, before we actually close off, for everyone who may not know where to find you, bro, where can they find you? Tell them what you got going on. Shout yourself out. Shout out, bro.
Right on, man. Thank you so much. So Chad Westport on YouTube, that's where you can find all my content. I do have Instagram, which is chad.westport, and I'll just post some fun pictures up there, and usually announcements for like bean drops, and I'll put the announcements for the new website. The new website's where I'm going to try to have people go. I think it's really a consolidation of
all my projects. I do a lot of writing, Sensi Seeds, ILGM, Skunk Magazine. I'm going to be able to have all those links up there. So if you want to go see my written work too, you can check out those tutorials. But yeah, those are the three main places. I tried to keep up just those three, YouTube, the Instagram, and then the website. So, dude, thank you for the shout out. And Ro, thank you so much for the invite and getting to hang out. Like, I'm in the studio, dude. I'm in the studio.
Do this, man. And I just dropped the link to Chad's channel, guys. Definitely check out Chad. He's got some great stuff going on, guys. He's always dropping great content, interviewing great people, dropping great knowledge, showing what's going on in the tent, whether there's good, bad, or in between. He's showing it so you guys can learn, and I definitely learn a lot. So, Chad, shout out for that, man. And thanks so much for coming over, bro.
Thank you, brother.
Appreciate you, big bro, man. I appreciate that, and I appreciate all you guys tapped in right now. Guys, hit that like, smash that bell. Stay high, stay fly, but most importantly, definitely. Wait, I think I fucked that up.
Party on?
Party on? No, I think I fucked that up. Everyone, what's going on? Cut. Let's do that over. Wait, smash the like, hit that bell. Me and Chad will see you guys on the next one. But wait, most importantly, stay high and stay motherfucking fly. And we'll see you guys on the next one.
Peace.